First thing I want to do quickly is thank my committee members. Each group is represented by two people, mostly two people on the committee, and I get a ton of great input, and we make a lot of decisions collectively. So if you don't like what's going on, blame them. I didn't have that much to do with it.
No way, Jose. You're talking
thanks. And so anyway, thanks to you. And there's like 20 people, so I won't rattle off the names. Attendance registration started off kind of slow. I was kind of worried during the summer. But by gosh, we ended up with 235 of us here today. Honoring our loved ones that served in the 15th, not the least of which is my father. And so there we have it. I just want to say welcome to Tucson. We've got Colonel Brown and Chief Becker here with us from the 355th Wing. And Chief Becker's getting ready to retire, so give him a boot on his way out. Colonel Brown, I'll turn the microphone over to you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
First off, thanks for the invite. I'm really honored to be here tonight. On behalf of Colonel Mills, who's the Wing Commander of the 355th Wing, again, welcome to Tucson. This is just a really welcoming community, very kind community. I think you'll see that as you enjoy the next couple of days here, especially this time of the year, of course. Thank you, Mr. Blake, the veterans and families. We are honored to be with you here tonight, this evening, as we remember and honor the heroes and culture of the 15th Army Air Force. I want to take an opportunity before I go too much further to just thank and recognize a special hero in the room tonight. The military really is what it is today because of those who have come before us, led the way, and set the example for us. We often say that we stand on the shoulders of giants, and a giant is certainly here with us tonight. Just wanted to thank Mr. Sanford Jones, World War II veteran. Sir, your experiences those decades ago are difficult for our generation to fathom, and we are grateful for your service. And I like to say that the silent generation is not so silent. Your stories and messages not only remind us of the foundational values that make great teams, but your stories carry the best of America, which is pure selflessness. Also, our sincere thanks to all those who have served here, including the family members who have sacrificed as well. The values you have also passed down and continue to pass down through your stories, remembrances, and demonstrated through your day-to-day actions live on in our force serving today. We cannot do it without you and those who have gone before us in the love, care, and support from our families. Chief Becker and I are very proud to represent Davis-Monthan and our airmen. Including the 355th Wing, we have 32 mission partners on our installation and more than 11,000 airmen who support all 6 geographic combatant commanders around the globe. Especially since the Israel and Hamas crisis began last year, our forces have embraced a 15th Air Force priority, which is generated under a new Air Force presentation model and have played a significant role in competition, defense, and deterrence. We have been conducting missions such as command and control under the Air Force's new Lee Wing concept. We have also conducted combat search and rescue, alert, humanitarian airdrop, strike missions, and are continuing to sustain a key regional air base in the Middle East. Also, more recently, we helped with some of our fellow Americans here at home. Our rescue squadrons deployed in support of Hurricane Helene humanitarian aid and disaster relief efforts. Some received only an hour's notice before boarding a C-130, showcasing their ability to to respond at a moment's notice. The team quickly linked in with some on-site first responders in North Carolina, ultimately saving 4 and assisting civilian agencies in rescuing a lot of others. Within hours of returning to Davis-Monthan, exhausted from nonstop operations supporting Hurricane Helene relief, the rescue team quickly planned and responded to a critical patient who was off the coast of California, about 800 miles away, a foreigner, and they quickly proceeded in that direction and were able to bring that person home as well. So just a very busy couple of weeks here, and it just goes to show you the character and caliber of the airmen we have at Davis-Monthan. They continue to operate on a don't say no spirit and the promise of service to others, which is directly aligned with the 15th Air Force mission to provide ready forces anytime, anywhere. The same spirit was clearly present for those who served in the 15th Army Air Force. They were ready to respond to the call of duty. The aviators and support forces of the 15th carried out combat operations only one day, as you know, after they were formed. They didn't waste any time commencing critical air operations that alleviated pressure for our allied forces. We're absolutely proud to be part of the 15th Air Force, headquartered out of Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina, carrying on the legacy of those who come before us. I only have a few minutes here to speak tonight. I know you all have something you want to get to, but I would like to steal a few more minutes of your time to address the future as well, by briefly sharing kind of a changing character of war, which I know you all are well aware, and how standing on the shoulders of those who have come before us, like Mr. Jones, continues to inspire and light the way ahead for us. In a recent Wall Street Journal article on Ukraine, they painted a picture of a Ukrainian soldier in a trench with a reporter. While in the trench, a drone flew overhead and startled the reporter. The Ukrainian soldier looked up with high attention, but then quickly said, "Oh no, that's just one of our drones." But what the author is showing here is really kind of the dichotomy of a World War I trench meshed with thousands of drones overhead the airspace above, conducting surveillance, logistics, and attack operations. This futuristic and fast-moving battle space is not just isolated to Eastern European belligerents. Drones, artificial intelligence, new machines, information warfare, and autonomy have and are changing the character of war and the pace of conflict at places like Sudan, Myanmar, Azerbaijan, and in the Israel-Hamas crisis, Hezbollah, and now Iran, to name a few. Recently, our force gathered for the Air and Space Forces Association conference in Washington, D.C. Secretary Kendall, mainly speaking about the Chinese Communist Party, said that the threat is real. He is talking about the rapid advancements of capabilities and our pacing threat in all domains, including space. And he is absolutely right. The threat may not be imminent, but it is absolutely real. So we acknowledge the threat is real and the character of war is changing. Can we adapt? And how will the values of organizations like the 15th Army Air Force inform our approach moving forward? To begin, we recently had the first EA-37B aircraft, the Compass Call, delivered to Air Combat Command in Davis-Monthan. Footage of this event reached news networks in China, sparking interest in our new capabilities and great power competition. This is just one example of many of advanced technology and equipment that will deliver an advantage in a rapidly changing battle space. However, there is another greater and more important capability that will deliver a marked advantage for us. It is not a machine and it's not software, but instead it's the young men and women in uniform who give us the enviable advantage. Just as was true during World War II, it has always been members of our armed forces who embody the priority of the 15th Air Force, which is to be competent, confident, and decisive to ultimately deter our adversaries. Today, we're all training our airmen in risk management so they can identify problems, develop solutions, and choose the course of action that balances safety and the mission accomplishment for their team in the critical moment and in fleeting moments of opportunity. That fleeting moments of opportunity is a key piece there. Rather than waiting for somebody to give them the green light, we're empowering them to think on their feet and operate within a commander's intent. This is how we will adapt, and it is our competitive advantage. The spirit in this effort is drawn from the 15th Air Force vision to be agile, speak up when the plan does not sound right, and take advantage of rapidly changing conditions to seize the initiative and create favorable momentum. As Secretary Kendall has said, the threat is real and the character of war is changing, but 15th Air Force values are in our DNA. We will innovate and adapt, and we will succeed again by reoptimizing our force and growing empowered, experienced, and agile airmen leaders. Our competitors do not have this luxury because in Air Force, their equivalent members do not have the skill or the trust from their leaders. And so frontline decisions are left to inexperienced young officers. Arguably, their value system also does not allow their equivalent members to take advantage of fleeting moments of opportunity, which is an essential element in a fast-moving battle space like you're seeing today. I will say again, the battle space is rapidly changing, and our values, though, have not changed. These values are integrity, courage, selflessness, and determination, just to name a few. These values connect with the 15th Army Air Force of World War II to the values of the 15th Air Force today and the 350th Wing here at Davis-Monthan. I understand that many of you are the children and descendants of aviators who served with the heavy bomber forces in southern Italy. I hope that you know that they left an indelible legacy on the 355th Wing today. Take pride in the fact that we are a free nation today because of the courage and character displayed by your families. It is my honor to be with you here tonight and my honor to wear the cloth of the nation just as your families have done. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Brown. It's been an honor to have you and Chief Becker here. I've lightheartedly said give the Chief a boot on the way out. Command Chief Master Sergeant is something that's very top of the ladder for the enlisted ranks, and Colonel Brown's right there. I thank you guys a lot. I feel great having people like you protecting our rear ends. Okay, so a lot of you have asked about the dinners we'll be having, the group dinners tomorrow night. I'll have information about that in the hospitality room tomorrow. I didn't get it prepared today like I wanted to. We will be doing that. Richard Lapham, where are you, sir?
I think this way.
Richard needs to make an announcement. We ran into some logistical snags, and in the 449th, we were forced to make some changes in their arrangements, and I'm going to let Richard explain it to you, but I was happy to help them facilitate that change as it became necessary.
The hotel had some issues with our particular group trying to come up with some of the things that we usually do. And so there was some real problems we're really concerned about. And Dave stepped up and did a great job to take care of our group, and we solved all of our problems. Mary, if you want to come up, you can tell the details of it. We had to make some changes for our group in regard to our squad dinner and a couple other things. Thanks again, Dave. You did a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
First of all, thank you, Colonel. That was excellent. Really a privilege to be here in Tucson. For the 449th, it's a very unique experience. 81 years ago, the 449th was actually activated here in Tucson. We are going to be privileged to have our memorial service. So all the 449th people, we haven't contacted everyone. This is a general announcement. So tomorrow, 11:30, the bus will leave for the Air Force Base right outside the door. 11:30, we'll be there for lunch at 12, and then chapel memorial service, Red Rose service will be at 2 o'clock. You can't drive on the base. Obviously, you have to be vetted. So afterwards, we will arrive back home here at about 3:30. At 5:30, the 449th will board the bus again, and we will be going to the Sheraton Hotel. So at 5:30, we're back on the bus. The bus will bring me back here about 9:30. All right.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so thank you.
One other thing, 449 also coordinates a 50-50 raffle, and bless their hearts, half the proceeds that they get out of that will go to the reunion for whatever is necessary, and we appreciate that. And was it Debbie? Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
Get ready, folks. She's going to tell you about it.
because I can yell real loud without that microphone. Yeah, a lot of the 449 people recognize me because I've been doing this for quite a while. And when you hear 50-50 and see my banners, I'm going to sell the tickets, 3 for $5. I know a lot of people like the arm length and everything, but all that does is take up a lot of tickets and a lot of my tripping and time and all that kind of stuff. So, and what we will do, and I'll use $1,200 as just an idea. We get $1,200, $600 will go to somebody, cold cash. Then we will split the other $600 between the 449th and the 15th Air Force. So dig a little deeper. We can always use the money for extras that come up. So I'm just hoping we get a lot of money this year. I think last year we had close to $1,200 because I do remember splitting $300 between the 15th and the 449th. So when you see me and you hear me yelling, please dig a little deeper. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. I've got two other things. One of them is to introduce Hughes Glansberg. Most of you know him. Hughes is a somewhat talented web guy, and does a number of websites, including one for the 15th, the 464th, 460, a whole bunch of bomb groups. And I'm going to let him tell you about that just a little bit. And then I'm going to close with something pretty cool.
Not that you're not cool.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Colonel Brown. Appreciate your message to us. It is good to be here in Tucson, isn't it? I think nearly everyone is from somewhere further north. I know this morning when I got up, I saw that Gunnison, where I live, was 25 degrees Fahrenheit. When I checked the weather here in Tucson, it was 64. And a miserably chilly 64. But a whole lot better than 25. It's turning cold up north. And being in Tucson is great at this time of year and beautiful. What I wanted to mention to you tonight, as Dave said, most of you know me. I have been around for 25 years dealing with the 15th Air Force and specifically the 461st Bombardment Group. And it's been a privilege to do the websites that I have done. I currently have 15. Where are you, Garrett?
Over here.
Garrett is going to take one away from me, and I'm giving it to him with pleasure. That's the 455th. Whenever he decides he wants it and is ready to take it over. But I still have 14 websites, and I'm not going to try and list them all to you because I don't think I remember them all. But I will tell you that a lot of you, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but I think that a lot of you don't know the hierarchy of the websites. And I took the time today to sit in the hospitality room with my computer and wait for anybody to come up and say, how does this fit? How does it organize? How do you do this? And I have tried to explain it to several individuals. I don't know, nobody's going to raise their hand and say, yeah, he told me how to do this, and I don't know if I remember it or not. But I'm willing to take my time over the weekend and explain the organization of the 15th Air Force and how it relates to the 455th, the 456th, the 460th, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you're interested, stop by. I'm sitting in the back of the hospitality room, and you see my computer out there. If you see me, stop by and say, tell me about it. And I'll be happy to bend your ear for an hour or two, and you'll probably get tired of hearing from me. But at any rate, thank you for supporting the websites. It's my privilege to do them.
Actually, I lied. We got 2 or 3 things to go over. And this is one of them.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Utz. I'm with everybody. We sponsor the silent auction and the PX. Silent auction is in 114 this year. PX is in 115. Just want to give you a couple highlights of what's going on. This is open to everybody. The money comes back to us. So it stays in the family. Because John has been up for many hours. I'd like to introduce John. He's going to tell you about one of our great silent auction items that just came to us today.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. I will be brief. My name is John Mollison, and I get to be your entertainment for tomorrow. Kim Hobbs brought me in, and you can blame or praise him tomorrow after the fact, but I get to be a speaker to your group. However, my association with the 15th Air Force is in about 2008. I got to know one of your more celebrity alums, George McGovern. And I'm an aviation artist and filmmaker, writer, etc. But I drew George McGovern's B-24, and it was a series, print series. They all sold, boom, like that. But they don't sell because my artwork's very good. They sell because George McGovern signs it. And the response was such that we had a second series. And this time, as the artist, I took a little privilege and took a few out and kept them for moments just like this. When Kim asked me to come be a part and present about how some of my work has helped perpetuate the 15th Air Force's legacy, I asked him, I said, if I take one of my prints that George McGovern signed, can I bring it as part of the silent auction? And here's the deal. I've got one print of George McGovern's B-24 yo-yo. I believe he flew at least 2, maybe 3, possibly 6 missions in this bird. My artwork doesn't matter. But Senator McGovern isn't signing any more autographs. So when you go to the PX, when you go to the silent auction, you will see a little crappy 8.5 by 11 print out. But think deeply and hard about how much that might be part of your I Love Me wall or part of your own history connection. It is signed by Senator McGovern, and if you bid on it, whatever the bid is, I can tell you what other people have paid for it, but that's irrelevant. I mean, this is part of 15th Air Force family. I want to make sure that somebody here gets a chance to at least connect in this way. So all proceeds are going to the 15th Air Force. The final print will be sent from my studio, and you will get it delivered. But I hope that those who care about this kind of legacy have an opportunity to at least have something that never happened again. And thank you for letting me come up and talk.
See you tomorrow.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Just want to talk a bit about the PX. We've got some Tucson shirts. The problem is the Tucson shirts will not be here till Monday. So that gives you an excuse to come back again and again and again. For those of you that have been here before, all the other t-shirts are on sale. Buy a lot, buy often. I don't want to take them home. We have a P51 section again this year. For those of you who've been asking, we have hoodies. Hoodies are in the building. We have a section of patriotic items. I got really wild in the red, white, and blue to jazz things up. We also, before the Tucson shirts were made, I'm tired of looking at the same shirts, to be honest with you. So Gary went into my husband in the office, and I'm on the iPad, and he's ordering, and I'm ordering, and Amazon Prime's at my house 6 times a day, and so we ordered small batches. So there might be 3 P51 shirts, 3 B17, 2 sweaters. So if you see something you like, buy it because there are no more. There's not a huge, the Tucson shirts we're going to have a lot of, but these are little small batches of different things just for some variety. We're also going to do polos. Polos are coming back both in mesh and cotton, but it will be order only. We've got sizes, each size, and we've got samples of everything. You will order it, pay for it. It's a small business in Orlando. They do a 7 to 10 day run, and then we will mail them to you. So that's just some of the new stuff with PX. In the silent auction, the standard dog basket, the standard cat basket, we have a Florida-only basket this year. We've got, y'all remember Nashville with the B-24 Hawaiian shirt? We've got another one of those this year. We've had a 15th Air Force leather jacket donated. The one that's donated here is, I believe it's a size extra large. This is just for visual purposes trying on. If you win the auction, it will be made to order your size and mail to you. What else? We have a set of B-24 manuals from 1944. Someone has handcrafted a Flying Horseman keepsake box, which is absolutely beautiful. We've got a couple more of those beautiful B-24 metal signs that you put out front. These are great. And then, of course, John walked in. He's like, oh, you got this little piece of crappy paper. It's beautiful. So you'll see that tomorrow. The only other thing is, how many people here know Taylor Swift? Anybody heard of Taylor Swift? Anybody got a granddaughter that loves Taylor Swift? Yeah. You need to be in the silent auction. We have procured, how do I want to put it? It is VIP swag from one of Taylor's concerts when we stayed in London in August. Priceless. These are people that spent maybe $750 for a ticket. She sold out Wembley Stadium 3 nights in a row, and it was 92,000 people. So, yeah, come get your Taylor Swift swag. And like I said, there's a lot of other new stuff. Please come visit us. New stuff coming in Monday. Buy everything. Thank you very much.
I don't know about Taylor Swift swag, but I have a Travis Kelce jersey. Oh, I had to throw that in there from Kansas City, and we've been having some fun in the last few football seasons.
Yeah. Too much.
Okay, so just a couple more things. Well, first of all, a lot's been made of heavy bomber groups, and obviously the majority of us represent heavy bomber groups. We've also got some little friends here. The 325th Fighter Group is here again this year. Technically, for all I know, it could be some fighter pilot that's responsible for my very existence right now, because my dad was flying the B-24 and he didn't get shot down. Really, one other thing. One question I always get a lot of at the reunions: what are we going to do next year? Here in the last few weeks, there was a lot of discussion amongst the committee. We looked at a variety of locations, primarily in the middle part of the country. But to make a long story short, it's Rapid City, South Dakota. Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, Custer State Park. It's a phenomenal area of the country. Beautiful, it's clean, the people are nice. Prices are fair, and we're going to do that. The vote was 11-2 to do that, so it was a pretty overwhelming vote. And we will do that. It will be September 18th through 21st. Okay, I'm going to speculate here a little bit. I came up with a crazy idea here a while back, and I thought, I wondered. So I got with the Air Force out of Davis Mountain. I thought, shoot, my dad used to have a saying. He says, well, we'll run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. And I thought, that's what I'm going to do. And I've gotten a positive response, and I'm pretty sure I think this is going to happen. But I believe when we arrive at Pima Air Museum Tuesday morning at 0900, we believe there's going to be an A-10 flyover for us. I can't say that confidently, but I did all the paperwork, and Sarah over at the 355th Public Affairs Office was saying, come on, get this form done, get the approvals done. We've got people lined up wanting to do this deal. And I just got the final approval at about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon from the FAA, and I shot it right over to the website I was supposed to. And we haven't officially heard back yet, but hopefully all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and we'll get to see some of those beautiful war documents. And with that, yeah, thanks guys. But anyway, I guess that's it. Unless anybody else has got anything, I'm ready to go have a beer.
Just one more thing about the PX silent auction. There's only 2 or 3 of us working it. The doors are far apart. So if you come along and you find the silent auction door locked, just come over to the PX. One of us will come over and open it up. That's all I got. Perfect.
Okay, guys. Let's go sit in the PX for a while. Thank you.
I gotta go back to work. So are you guys heading over to the if you could do this at the